Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
It's the After the Show podcast, precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get risque every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Hello. Welcome to Tuesday. KVJ After the Show podcast.
I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do a Tuesday taco party today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good for
We were
you.
talking about food all day, pretty much, I feel like.
Yeah.
Taco Tuesday, bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also fun to do homemade tacos at the house or at your place.
Yeah. The tacos are just fun. I do love tacos.
If you have a taco crew with you.
Yeah. Keto's kind of killed it a little bit, but I will, dabble. I'll still go get me some corn tortillas and have some fun at that because I do love tacos.
Man, I think corn tortillas are such shit, man. And I want to like them so bad.
They're not as tasty as the flour, but they're the healthier option.
They are.
By a good bit.
But, I mean, they take all the fun out of tacos.
But I want to like them. They look like I would really enjoy them. And then I eat them and go, it's kind of fucking bland
Not
and
good.
shitty. I feel like I'm eating sand.
They're more authentic.
They are. More like Mexican people do the corn tortillas.
Yeah.
But the flour tastes better. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It does.
We're going to get an email, because I think we've also talked about this before. Someone would say, Jay Bird of Virginia, you guys are fucking crazy. You guys have to get this kind of corn one.
I'm open to trying the best corn tortilla any individual out there recommends. I will try them all because I would love to take the more healthy alternative. They just don't taste good.
Does the Mexican queen do the authentic Mexican, or is that not her jam, really?
No, she does the authentic, yeah. So if she ever gets tortillas, it's always corn. She doesn't do the flour. Yeah, she does that, and she'll do soups that you would hate, like menudo or pozole, things like that is what she gets.
Yeah, menudo is what, like cow
It's got
brain?
like tripe in it.
It's the
Is
inside
what
of the
they call it.
stomach.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so they do all that kind of stuff.
My mom admitted to me that she used to give me and my sister cow tongue in soup for many, many years and never told us what it was.
Yeah, don't you hate that bullshit? My mom would do that with grilled cheeses. Oh, it's butter, Jay Bird. And it would be bullshit mayo, which is so gross, in my opinion, for a grilled cheese.
Like you can't tell the difference.
Of course I can tell that. And she would lie to me. And I'd have like 3 bites. Come on, this is mayo. No, it's not. No, stop it. All right. And then I'd find the fucking jar of mayo.
Yeah, I've been seeing these TikTok videos for some taco trucks. There's one in Lake Worth that my wife and I want to find. And I had never heard of this, a birria taco. It's BIRRIA taco, and that's, I guess, the brand or the style of taco that it is. It says a birria taco consists of the braised meat inside a corn tortilla that's been pan-fried in the fat that sits at the top of the birria. The birria tacos are then filled with melty Oaxacan cheese, a quesillo, cilantro, lime, and white onion.
Ooh.
And they've got a listing of the best in South Florida where you can get these style of tacos.
Yeah, there's nothing better than a sleeve of tacos.
Yeah.
When you just know, okay, I'm not going to be running out.
Well, you have 3 of them. You just ate 3 and you see 7 more there.
You're good.
It's a good feeling.
Mm-hmm. They do list my Cholo Soy that I love going to on Dixie, so I guess I have had these. But yeah, that's the kind of style. You can get them at Rocco's too, it says. So I guess that's, and Savory Eats does them as well. Food truck.
Savory Eats? We love Savory Eats.
We do. They're very kind.
They are amazing.
Yeah. So there you go.
I love a food truck.
Me too.
Yeah.
I love a food truck that really takes risks and does exceptional execution. When you look at a menu and you're like, oh, damn, they're doing alligator bites. And then you taste them and they're phenomenal. You're like, okay, it's not just a novelty piece of alligator meat, which some places do. Oh, we have alligator. And then you taste it and it's like a rubbery shit.
I'm obsessed with that food truck competition show. They drive all around and they have to, adapt to the conditions, and they got to find a spot. They have to make their meals. And it's really a fun show. And then one each week gets eliminated. I think it's on, I want to say it's on Netflix. I'm pretty sure it is. But it's very, if you like food and you like the competition stuff, the Food Truck Wars is a very cozy show to watch.
Okay.
And somebody said with the birria tacos, you dip them in their own juices. And I did see that. So you're like, get them real wet.
I like that. I like when you can use a juice of the whatever as a sauce.
Yeah. And that's kind of the whole point of it. So
Oh, you're making me so hungry.
I know.
I mean, I am wet like a burrito.
Yeah. So you start talking about it. Yeah. So we're on the hunt to find that taco truck.
But I like this kind of torture. I like being this hungry because I know that the end game is going to be a beautiful thing.
You'll feed the beast.
Exactly. It's the torture.
For some at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, let me see. Talking about food, I got an email from Tony in the Pizzle. He said, Kevin, listening you talk about these cauliflower pizza crusts. I just thought I should let you know that most of these are not keto friendly. They are good for people with gluten allergies, but still contain a metric fuckload of carbs. I used to do keto and thought the same thing until I actually looked it up one time. I think your wife is lying to you because she doesn't want to deal with your diet pansy ass.
Damn.
It probably is.
Damn. The lies of convenience the Mexican queen has told you.
Yeah, I actually read that email to her last night, and she's like, here it is. I looked it up, and she's like, it said that they're mainly keto-friendly, so I don't know. She's still standing by it. Maybe she's going to lies.com. I don't know.
There's so many different cauliflower crusts. I think everyone should be judged individually because they're not going to be all created the same. It's just by the nature of the beast. There's no way they can be.
And to your point, is it the cauliflower bites you like, Kevin?
Yeah.
Those are not bad at all. Some places do them really well, and to the point where it kind of tastes like chicken. It's all about the sauce, too.
I love cauliflower.
You can't have them hard. They got to be soft like the chicken.
I got this purple cauliflower at Bednar's, and I roasted it with olive oil, sea salt, and Parmesan, and it was fantastic.
Gosh, I had so much olive oil when I thought I was dying. I was drinking shots of it.
It's good for you.
Yeah.
It's a good fat.
And I stopped drinking it.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't drink it.
I know. It wasn't great.
Unless you want your feces to just fly out of your butt.
Yeah, and checking online, it does say about the Blaze, which is what we were talking about. They do have a keto crust, too, and they say it's made with cauliflower rice. And though some people may consider it to be a dirty keto item, the rice is the last ingredient mentioned, so it's a small amount of the recipe. So you decide if this is something that fits your keto diet.
I will tell you, of all the crusts at Blaze, and I have had all of them at Blaze, the keto one is my least favorite tasty-wise.
Yeah, you usually sacrifice something with going cauliflower or keto.
But then I've had other people's keto cauliflower crust, like the Pizza Girls has one that is fantastic.
But is it really keto?
I love the way it tastes. It's gluten-free.
Yeah.
Because if it tastes good enough, that's how I know I'm eating ice cream. I go, yeah, this is not that bullshit Halo. This is ice cream.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I think there's kind of a sliding scale on if this is keto friendly or not. And like I said, I'm sticking in the zone of keto light. I'm not going to destroy my life about, obsessing. I've already been through food obsessions of making sure this is exactly 3 ounces, and I'm not going to do that
Well,
anymore.
you've lost the weight, and now you're in the maintenance phase.
Yeah.
And you're good.
Yeah, I'm not eating birthday cake, so we're good.
What's the point of always being clean with this keto if you can't get a little dirty?
Yeah, so I got a little dirty.
Get a little keto dirty.
Yeah, well, corn tortillas, I'm down. Here's one. Just Tom wanted to let you know, Jay Bird, that Walmart has a couple different kinds of smoked Gouda in the cheese section by the deli.
I appreciate that, Tom. Thank you. And someone even sent me a message about how Publix still does their smoked Gouda I haven't seen it. I've been to many Publixes looking for it. Please let me know a location. I will drive there to get my smoked Gouda.
Didn't they have a smoked Gouda mac and cheese?
They do. They still have that. That's what I get. I love their smoked Gouda mac and cheese. You're going to hate what I do to it sometimes. I like to throw a dollop or a splash of a barbecue sauce in there, too.
Well, that's not as offensive as ketchup, but I still think it's stupid.
One of the best meals I ever had was homemade mac and cheese, Fat Kevin. And when you cut it, it would bleed ketchup and cheese out of the crumble of the mac and cheese. And it was fucking
I'd have
delicious.
to try the ketchup. I wouldn't poo-poo on it, but yeah, right off the bat, I'm not sure if that does it for me.
Then you get like a dinner roll and then you dip it, make almost kind of like a bread shovel.
Yeah, you're definitely not keto friendly.
I think your body might shut down. If you went keto for like a month, your body would be like, fuck it, I quit.
Well, you saw what I did when I cut everything out. People thought I was dying.
They told him at Beer Fest he had cancer.
I mean,
Yeah.
it looked.
You'll get that.
They were like, dude.
Kevin knows.
It's your favorite go-to.
You have cancer? No, I don't, you fuckface.
Yeah. Grant in the chat room, real quick, back on the taco thing, the birria tacos. He said, yeah, I want to try the food truck El Rucan in West Palm Beach. And that's the one that I want to try to find. But again, it's a food truck, so I don't know where the hell it is.
They keep moving it.
It just says it's in Lake Worth. I'm like, where?
Hello?
So if you find it, Grant, let me know, because that's the one we're trying to find.
Can they just stay in one spot?
Yeah, the Mexican Queen keeps mentioning it. I'm like, going, well, where is this food truck? She's like, it's in Lake Worth. I'm like, yeah, but it's not like Lake Worth is at one street corner.
It's not tiny.
Lake Worth is kind of big.
Yeah, what are we going to do? Drive around all of Lake Worth trying to find this thing?
Just start yelling.
El Rucan!
Arucan!
Yeah, it doesn't sound like that's going to go off well. So, yeah, that's the problem with it. Okay, got some interesting emails here from yesterday. Jay Bird is off his diet. The weight loss challenge is over. He lost by 2 pounds to Suits. Yesterday, he was in his Mankini out on the street. You saw the videos. You saw the photos. Did we see his dong? We thought it was a no. Nikki in Fort Lauderdale said, I don't know. I sent a couple pictures here.
Okay, let's get into it.
I know what Nikki's referring to. It is actually it's the belt.
Okay, so that's not dong.
Thumbelina and I did a very deep dive because she came in to the room where Denny's is at, and she goes, guys, I think we do have dong.
Okay.
So I went back there. We zoomed in.
That's your belt.
It's my belt.
You don't have a black penis.
That's not your Thumbelina?
And that is kind of a big dong. Yeah.
If you were rocking that, I
Yeah, I was
think
gonna say, that's
the ladies
impressive.
would be like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not about size either, Virginia. A lot of it's about heart and attitude.
She also sent the photo of my reaction to you getting the duct tape bikini ripped off of you. So there you go.
I mean, I will say, when Sweet Denny's ripped it off, my penis was absolutely sticking out, but I think I caught it just in time before the camera did. But it was out there, man. KVJ TV, living on the edge.
How small is your penis when it's out and nobody can see it?
And how hurtful is your coworker when all she does is fucking a rib? And the rib, it's...
And here is a photo. Cesar saw you in the Mankini and had a concern. He said, does Bird have an old injury we don't know about?
Uh-oh, what's the matter?
He thinks there's
Probably.
a lump on your chest. He
Where?
showed off there.
Yeah, I do have that. People always make fun of it. I had a bone thingy in my chest area. I don't know if it's from when I broke my ribs,
Okay.
but my ribs are down here. But did they shoot up my other bones? I don't know how ribs work. I just eat them.
There you go.
Yeah, to answer your question, yes, it's an odd deformity on my body that many people love to talk about. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Okay.
It's odd. I got odd shit, man.
But, I mean, no doctor has ever said anything to you about it, right?
I've never gone to a doctor to get it looked at. I will say it.
Is it bigger?
I don't know. I think it does. I don't know. I'm sure I'm fucked.
Michael thinks at some point you've had a cracked sternum.
Oh, boy.
That's very possible. I think I've had a few broken bones that I never got fixed. Like
Okay.
I broke my ankle that one time and I never got it fixed, and it just kind of grew over the other ankle bone, I guess. I think that's why it clicks.
You broke your ankle and walked it off?
I did.
You don't hear that a lot.
Just walked it off.
Well, the doctor had said.
Okay.
He goes, no, you broke that. Because it's too late to set it. So it is what it is. Like, fuck.
Got an email here from Joshua. He said, hey, Kev, I'm 33. Haven't cut my hair in 2.5 years. It's long, luxurious, and thick. I'll send you pictures. I know your current hair routine is working for you, but eventually you'll need a wig. I will donate my hair to make your wig.
What are you, locks of love?
It will be of top quality. It's from the highest stock. And I am George Clooney's cousin, so good DNA as well.
Wow,
Okay.
George Clooney's cousin. That's fascinating.
What an email, huh? There's a lot of promises in that thing.
Yeah, is this guy lying?
I don't know. No joke. It's almost completely below the shoulders now. So he says it's...
Wow.
I'd love for you to join this hair club of ours.
Yeah, I just can't take people's chopped hair and just make it work. So there's something the hair club does. That's the art form in it.
Oh man, I think 2 months away from a P-tail. Join it, man. Let's become ponytail brothers and rule this galaxy together.
P-tail.
I'm
It sounds like you urinate out of a tail.
I am 2 months away from a P-tail, and we would love to have you.
Yeah, okay.
How great would that be? Kevin comes in here with a P-tail.
All of us.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Can you imagine this show if we all had ponytails?
They would immediately make you guys go work at the Gator. Bye.
I think I'd do great at the Gator, to be quite honest with you. In fact, if this doesn't ever work out, I'm putting my application in.
Yeah. In fact, I believe over there it's 2 for Tuesday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I love 2 for Tuesday.
Where you can get a little double lead for your head.
Oh, get the lead out on 2 for
Get
Tuesday?
the lead out, yeah.
I always like that if I like the artist, but if it was a shitty artist, I'm like, oh man, fuck this.
Yes. Back to back Eddie Money. Fuck. Yep. I got an email here about drinking water from Sam. Said, I caught the podcast talking about hating to drink water. I also have to force myself to drink it and hate all those flavor additive things. But I recently tried liquid IV pouches, very similar to your Crystal Lights, and they're great. They're supposed to maximize the hydration as well, and they don't taste like shit. They also have them for energy, immune boost, and sleep. I got them at Walmart, but I've also seen them at Target and Amazon. For me, orange has been the best, and kind of like drinking an orange Gatorade. Definitely worth a shot. Liquid IV fueling life's adventures.
They
And
promote
it's immune
that.
support too.
They promote that a lot on some podcasts I listen to.
Okay.
A lot of my reality stars are pushing the liquid IV.
Oh, okay, reality stars, they're believable.
Credible.
Yeah. They're paid liars.
Oh, damn.
I'm just having some fun. I'm sorry. This pizza outfit makes me honest.
Makes you a dick.
I'm a pizza prick.
Got an email here from Debbie. Said, I was just curious if you all know anyone who has ever worked for Amazon. I know an average amount of people, I think, and I know folks from a lot of different fields. I've always found it odd that as huge as Amazon is, I've never known anyone that has ever known anyone that has worked for Amazon. I also feel like they don't make any mistakes, almost like they are actually robots.
So you think they don't have a workforce of people? It's actually robots, and this
Yeah.
is a conspiracy?
Maybe that's what it is, the robots, because who are these people working for Amazon? They got a lot of employees, but I don't know any of them.
Well, I see them driving the trucks.
Yeah. But does anybody know who they are? Who are these people?
But do they have glitches? Hi, Virginia. How's it going?
No, they seem pretty on point in my neighborhood anyway.
Well, do you know any Amazon drivers?
I know a guy who actually contracts his drivers to drive for Amazon. Yeah, he's a limo driver and a bus company owner.
But he's not an actual Amazon driver.
I mean, I'm sure he would get in there and drive himself if he had to, but he sets up all of his employees to do it.
You're right, though, Kevin. No one knows the actual Amazon driver.
Okay.
Virginia's got this other guy, but it sounds like,
He's too powerful.
he's too powerful.
We can't trust him.
We can't trust him.
Okay, well, I'm a no on that, too. So,
I know some Uber drivers. Does that tickle your fancy?
yeah, looking for Amazon, I think, at this very specific moment.
So no.
We're both wrong.
No.
We both gave you shitty answers.
Yeah, does not work. I had recently watched a special on Netflix. Got through most of it. I need to make sure I've watched all of it because I may not have. It's been some time in the last year. It's called Who Killed Malcolm X? Very interesting because I didn't know a lot about the man. He's before my time, obviously, and did a little bit of a deeper dive. And just this last week, it's kind of interesting because of that documentary. It's amazing how you put a show out there and it kind of gets things going again. They say maybe with that pressure now, the family members of Malcolm X have said that they have new evidence that shows that the NYPD and FBI conspired to murder him.
Oh, boy.
And then pinned it on 3 Nation of Islam members who got convicted of his murder.
What?
Yeah, they had a news conference on Saturday at the site of the Audubon Ballroom where he was assassinated on February 21st of 1965. And it comes from a deathbed letter attributed to Raymond Wood, a former undercover NYPD officer. In the letter, Wood says that he was pressured to encourage members of Malcolm X's security detail to commit crimes, which then led to their arrest days before the assassination. And the result of the assassination, it was done so easily because there wasn't security at the door at the ballroom. And the letter alleges that the NYPD and FBI conspired to cover up details of the assassination to disrupt the civil rights movement. And it's because of the Netflix documentary that prompted Manhattan District Attorney Cyrus Vance Jr. to review the case. And now the DA's office said that the review is active and ongoing, and they might be overturning the story of Malcolm X. And can you imagine if they pinned that on the NYPD and the FBI?
Wow.
That'd be kind of a big story, wouldn't it?
Well, how did they pin it on the Nation of Islam guys if he was a Nation of Islam guy?
That was the thing. There was a little bit of a power struggle going on at the time. The guy who was the head of the Nation of Islam and Malcolm X, and I think they kind of booted him out. And so there were some tensions going on.
Gotcha.
Even within that. So that's what they thought it was. It was some kind of retaliation for them having a little bit of a feud going back and forth.
Huh.
But it is an interesting documentary that if you want to get ramp up and get caught up on that, in case a story does break, you'd be like, oh, okay, yep, saw the documentary. I know what that's all about.
Well, thank goodness for the deathbed confession.
Yeah.
Those things are awesome because there are so many unanswered questions that need to be answered. If you are going to die with the secrets, you really aren't doing it right.
Well, it is fascinating just because it does kind of show that these documentaries, and there's a lot of great stories, real life stories that yet have not been told. And Netflix is really a machine that is cranking out well-produced documentaries. Have you ever known an era where you were getting great documentaries one after the other? We got all the serial killers, all the historical things that are coming out, and it's changing things that are happening because of it. So I thought that was pretty impressive and interesting. And, you know, the one that is out that everybody keeps mentioning to me that I've seen, what is it? I can't remember what. There's too many damn platforms, but it is the one I've talked about it. The one that basically pins the death of a DEA agent on our CIA.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can see how that could happen.
Kiki Camarera was the DEA agent that was tortured and killed. And they have eyewitnesses and things like that and really kind of pin it on the fact that it was tied into the Iran-Contra thing. You remember that scandal if you're old enough with Ronald Reagan?
Yes.
Back in the day that Kiki had stumbled on. They were using drugs to actually fund the training for the Iran-Contras. And he would have blown the lid off the whole thing. And so to keep that under wraps, the CIA killed basically their own American citizen, a DEA agent, just so he wouldn't blow the lid off of it.
Well, think about,
because it would expose it.
Think about back in the day when there wasn't cameras around, all these recordings around, how easy it was to off somebody and get rid of them.
Sure,
back
yeah.
I mean, even back in the wrestling industry, there was a big-time wrestler who got killed in the back of before he wrestled, like where the guys are getting dressed in the dressing room.
Oh, yeah.
People even had eyewitnesses, and they still couldn't get a conviction.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is, with how many cameras they have around and forensics. I think that's why cop shows do so well, Because now anytime I'm watching a show, I'm watching that the Reina del Sur, the King of the Queen of the South. And the thing about that, I keep seeing all these murders they do. I'm like, well, that's a forensics nightmare right there. You know, because when you see that stuff, you're like, the way the body falls, this happens, that happens. It's amazing what they can do now.
It's amazing all this stuff that if you're not a seasoned murderer, how you can get caught, to your point, leaving the gun casing or the fingerprint behind. There's so many things you have to think about, especially today's day and age of technology. You can even get no fingerprints, kill somebody, and then the recording comes up on a device you had no idea was even recording.
It just, to me, is fascinating with all these stories that are still unresolved from an era of great conspiracies, the 60s and whatnot. And I just saw that they had found another Nazi. It's 95 years old, and they just shipped him back, I think, from the U.S. to go on trial in Israel.
They will find you, and they will they'll dox you.
Yeah, and so to me, it's really kind of interesting with new technologies and our ability to analyze videos and deathbed confessions. You put all these kind of things together that you're seeing. How many of these historical stories could possibly change, like an assassination of JFK or anything like that, that you'd be like, whoa.
If they had concrete evidence of what really happened,
yes,
we find out that our government did do it.
There still might be a few pretty amazing revelations that could come out.
How do you think that the people handle it? Let's say it comes out and the government was involved in some real shady shit to that point where it's proven they definitely killed JFK.
Yeah.
They killed Malcolm X.
I was wondering that. Yeah, how does this go about? If we found out that the FBI had a hand in killing Malcolm X, if the CIA really did kill a DEA agent and they start getting proof, what happens? I assume you have to go in and who do you prosecute? Because some of these guys are just following orders. The CIA agent may be like, look, I'm just doing what I was told to do.
Right. I didn't come up with this.
What it does, though, it also tears down the credibility of that establishment. You go, well, if they were lying about that, then what else have they been lying to us about?
Well, I just want to know, imagine right now if I just had the whole book of all the stories that would blow your mind away of the things, incendiary things that our own government has done, that you'd just be like, this is messed up, man.
You find out crazy shit like Lincoln was a part of the plan of shooting him, and he faked his own death, and he lived somewhere, like something along those levels of, holy shit, I never knew that it was that big. Obviously, that didn't happen.
Was that big?
Yeah, I'm just using, I want to wake Virginia up.
You blew open the story. How far are you in Queen of the South?
We're watching, and in fact, I was almost wondering if I'm watching the right show.
Are you watching the one with Teresa Mendoza?
I don't know that I am.
Okay.
I was thinking about that last night because I thought I remember watching a Queen of the South before, and I'm like, this show is not taking off the way I thought. I'm watching La Reina del Sur, and it's a Telemundo right now, season 1, Telemundo. And then, like I said, season 2, I've seen part of that, and Netflix has it.
If you were watching Queen of the South that I watched, you know who Teresa Mendoza is.
Yeah, she's the character in it. But yeah, I'm looking and yeah, that's what I thought. There is another Queen of the South.
So there's two Queen of the Souths?
Yes. And I thought there was because I had started watching this other Queen of the South, and it's based off a real woman anyway. That was Mexican that went to Spain and had her own little kind of like cartel and drug ring there.
Okay.
And so that's what it is. So the one that you watched is different than the one I'm watching. The one I'm watching started on Telemundo, and then it's got season 2 now from Netflix. It's done. The one that you have, yeah. So I need to go back and check that out, too.
The one that I watched that I loved had 4 seasons. It originally was a USA show.
Right.
But now it's on Netflix.
That's why I was getting confused. I was even thinking about that last night. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I think there's another Queen of the South.
Because you keep saying, you said to me the other day that it's the one that I watched, and I was like, I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, and then last night
I never watched Telemundo shows.
Right. And then last night I'm like, well, maybe this isn't the other Queen, because I had seen a few episodes of the other Queen of the South. So I'll have to go back and watch that after I'm done with this.
The one from USA, I loved it. I mean, yeah, it was a little It was a little action fiction-y at points. You're like, all right. It's definitely not based on a totally true story.
Okay.
But it is really a good show. There's parts of it where you're like, wait a minute. But then other parts are just suck you in drama.
Yeah, so they are two different shows, not to confuse it. And the one that I'm watching, because I started on season 2. I got confused and started watching season 2, the one that was made by Netflix. I'm like, this is good. And I told my wife, let's go back and watch season 1. And all of a sudden,
And you went to Telemundo.
The quality changed drastically. And
Oh my gosh. You got to go to season 1 of The Queen of the South
Yeah.
in Netflix. It sucked me in immediately.
Yeah, I can't throw another one at my wife. I think we're going to get through this La Reina del Sur, and then we'll probably go watch the actual other Queen of the South from USA when that's over.
A lot of that was shot in New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's how it got me originally, because I was like, oh, it's shot in New Orleans. But they're not saying that it's in New Orleans in the early scenes. Now, in the very end, they are in New Orleans, and they own it, and they use a lot of local landmarks. But in the beginning, they were trying to pass it off as being in Texas.
Okay, yeah, so we'll get to that eventually. But yeah, that if anybody's had that kind of confusion, so there's
That's tricky.
yeah, and
You
it's the
shouldn't be
same
allowed
name.
to have 2 shows with the same name.
Her name's Teresa Mendoza.
Really?
So, and and La Reina del Sur. Like I said, it's based off of a real woman.
Interesting.
It's 2 different shows based off of the same woman. So that's why I've been massively confused all since this weekend. Going, what the hell is going on?
Why?
Yeah, what's going on with this? So there you go. All right, hopefully we straighten that out. Okay, got another email here from Samantha. Said, hey guys, love you all. Been listening since I was in elementary school and wanted to write in and thank you for getting me through a recent hurdle. I've always been terrified of the dentist and recently had to get a root canal done. I put my AirPods in. I listened to the KVJ show during the entire procedure. It took my mind off everything happening and helped my anxiety so much.
Aww.
I felt like you guys were there with me the whole time. At points, I actually had to stifle my laughter. Never thought I'd be laughing during a root canal. Anyway, the doctor was great. My tooth is healed. Thank you guys for always being a source of laughter and comfort.
I
sweet.
love it.
It's adorable.
Very nice. So thank you very much for that nice email. Appreciate it there, Samantha.
It's over.
It's over, my man.
3.5
Another day.
3.5 more mins.
Go right ahead. I'm going to go to the bathroom. You take it. Okay, you guys have a good one. We'll see you later.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.